Hey y'all, this is Kathy at Lone Tree Rustics, and today what we're going to do is I have been working on making some printables, and today we're going to make a cute little basket. It's kind of a different one than the wicker baskets or the grapevine baskets that I did recently, but this one is just a metal one, so I'll kind of go through some of the supplies I'm going to use first, and then we'll get started. Okay, so the feature of this whole project is a printable that I just did. I think it's really cute. It says blessed. I think it's probably backwards on the screen, but if it is, then it does say blessed. And I'm gearing up for fall because I know y'all want to get out there and get some crafts made for some upcoming craft fairs. So we've got that. We also have a it's a little metal bucket that you can get at Hobby Lobby. It was in their spring collection. It's $8.99, but I have seen these it's recently too, so I believe they still have them on hand. And I did want to use a little fabric that is some of their fabric back at Hobby Lobby as well. I'll be using, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but they have, where they have all kinds of just single sunflowers. So you can go grab you just a single sunflower back in their autumn stuff. And these are some, recently I went and picked up some fall florals from Hobby Lobby. So this one came from Hobby Lobby. It's pretty cool looking. So, and then these I did as well. So I've got this fall floral I'll be using, and this one as well. So lots of cute fall florals. And if you know me, I don't use foam. I don't typically sell what I make. I reuse things and upcycle or recycle. So I do not use foam, but you can sure do that to make your project more secure, especially if you're going to be selling it in a craft fair or giving it as a gift, or if you just want it more sturdy to keep around for year after year. So, well, let's get started, okay? Of course, we'll need some Mod Podge. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is get the printable ready. So I'm going to go ahead and snip this off. This little tag here. And if you guys, typically I don't like straight edges. You guys will find that out. So what I'm going to do here is I will go ahead and use a paintbrush along with some water, and anyways, we'll get started on, you can see this printable will come with kind of a line across it. What we'll do is grab some water with my paintbrush, and this here, what I want is I'm going to keep it within these lines right here. So I'm going to kind of measure, kind of line this up as I go. And I did measure out the printable, so it should be pretty good, but I'm going to tear those edges. So what I'm doing here is just applying water. You can use a water pen as well, and those work pretty good. So I'm just going to be going around the image, kind of squiggling the paintbrush. Is that a word, squiggle? The paintbrush as I go, so you can see. Do this, and then I'm going to just tear around the whole project. I went ahead and did the whole thing at once here. You can just methodically go around, but I don't know if you can see how I did that. I think you can see that pretty well. And I'm just gonna start tearing. And I like rustic, so if it's a little torn and tattered in some places, then I don't really have a problem with that. So going around the project, you can see it is a little hefty paper. I mean, it's not like a napkin. But I think if you get a nice layer of water on there, it'll work just fine. So once I do that, this is going to look like this. Do you see that? See how easy that was? So I'm gonna put it on here, and I'm gonna make sure that it kind of lines up with the lines. It does overlap a little bit, so I'm gonna take a little bit more water on and take off some more edges here. So you gotta just, you know, this might take you a few minutes, but you want to take your time, but it doesn't really take very long. So you will get this in shape, and then what we're going to do is we're going to apply some Mod Podge to the can itself, or to the tin planter. I've seen these planters in 2 different locations. So if you go to Hobby Lobby, they've been back in the floral department, and then they've been back in like the craft section. So might have to hunt for them. I'm sure they still show up online. I haven't checked that, but I don't normally order online. I usually visit the store. So but I did just purchase this not too long ago. Okay, I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. See how that's looking? I do have a little bit of a lip over here I need to take off. So I'm just gonna keep going till I get it the way I want. You know, you don't have to use this printable either. You may have something like a napkin that you want to use, or some other item to put on the front, or paint something on there. This is just my idea and the vision that I had for this little planter. I think that's gonna be about right. Let's look and see. No, we can kind of, yeah, I'm kind of liking that. Like one little spot right here. So you see, I'm not like real gentle with it, guys, but here's what it ends up as. Very tattered, very cute looking, I think. So I don't care if, a lot of times what I'll do is, if I want something to show through on the back, light colored, I'll go ahead and paint that a light color. I'm not going to do that today because I kind of want some of that rusty look shining through on this. So I'm not going to use any paint. So what I'm going to do is just apply my Mod Podge, and you can get these cute little bottles over at Dollar Tree. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some Mod Podge, and we're just going to go right on the pan here, and I'm gonna stick that on there. Then I'm going to see if it's, with rice paper I like it because it doesn't wrinkle that bad, but we'll see if we need to use the brayer or iron with parchment paper. But I really don't care if there's wrinkles in it because I kind of want it to look aged looking. So got the Mod Podge on. I want to make sure that my Blessed is centered somewhat here. So there we go. So you can see on the front, this is Blessed. So to use mainly my fingers, and there is an area up here where I will probably, here in a little bit, peel off. Yeah, just using your thumb. Pretty easy to work with though. All right, do you see that? And so a little bit of the gray is kind of peeking through, which I wanted to do. Now what we're gonna do is just go over the top of this again, because I want to seal it in, okay? I want to seal that print onto this can, because I don't want it lifting on me, that's for sure. So I was really pleased with this printable because I got it about the size I actually wanted it. I'm kind of new at doing the printables, but I was pretty proud of myself. What I probably will do is just sell the prints themselves, and that way I can just send it in the mail to you. So it's already printed and ready for use. Okay. So I'm going to let that set for a minute. I got kind of messy on the other parts. Here we go. Good old baby wipes or makeup wipes are sure nice. Grab some of those. And I'm gonna just clean up like below that and above it. Not that you need to, but just want to make sure. It's Mod Podge. Not looking cute, guys. Here in a minute, there is a little bit of overage on the back, so once that all dry, I'll take a little sandpaper and we will just go over that. Yeah, it's gonna be cute, guys. It's really gonna be cute. So here in a little bit, I'm gonna let that just sit for a bit. You can also, if you feel like there's a need to, you can take some parchment paper and a small iron. I don't think you'll need to with this print, but you could go over it just in case, okay? Clean up my mess a little bit here and get my dryer out. Go ahead and dry that up. Just a little bit. I don't know why I don't like messes when I'm crafting. So I like a clean workspace. So you could, if you want to, go ahead and start drying that. I'm gonna do a few things. Before I do that, I'm going to take this and I'm going to be making just a simple little bow on the side, but I want to make it out of fabric. You can make as complex a bow as you want to, but I'm only going to, I'm gonna use just ripped fabric here, guys. So I'm gonna make it about an inch long or wide, about like that, and I'm just gonna rip. And this is, you know, when you go to the fabric department and you ask for, you know, this is just, I believe, 1/4 of a yard. So I'm just doing the length of that piece, and I'm gonna set it to the side. So I got that done. This is gonna be really simple. So I'm ready to kind of get this dry. And the printable, well, you can probably see it on here. I made the background a little bit rustic, so that's kind of cool. So you'll see a little bit of that rustic. What I'm going to do now is just go ahead and take my sandpaper and go over the edge here. Put my glasses back on for just a minute to see how that's cutting. And when you do that, it'll just come right off. Do you see that? So, man, I love how that's looking. So, we're just going to put that up. I'm going to use some distress ink, and I'm just going to show you that I do use ink blenders a lot, or I just use my finger. I have several that I use a lot. One is called Walnut Stain Distress Ink, and one is Vintage Photo Distress Ink. And I'll go grab my ink blender so you can see what that looks like. Oh, here it is. Already had it. Yay! So you can do it like, you can rub it on there and just rub it on the project, which is what I'll probably do in this case, because I have a lip on my, I don't know if you can see that, but that has a little bit of a lip on it. So I'm just going to rusty up those edges a little bit more. This is, what did I say? Yeah, this is the vintage. So I'm gonna kind of probably use both of them because I've got some different fall colors in here. So the more rusted up it looks and the aged looking is what I personally like. So I'm gonna go completely around the edges, even on the sides here, guys. See what I'm doing? Going along the front. And even when I get done with the project, sometimes I'll go back and just, as the project dries, what I'll do is go back and even add more to areas, because it seems like the longer it sits, I don't know, I just re-look at it and decide I want more. So, all right, so got that on there. Now I'm going to take, this is more of a, maybe a rusty color, and then this one is the Walnut Stain. That was the Vintage Photo. And I'm going to, I don't know if you can see the difference in the colors or not, but you sure can when you're like up close to it. So, this is kind of awkward. There we go. Or if you don't have an ink blender, you could, you know, do this and then use your finger. See how you can do that too. So a lot of times I'll do just the edges if they're like straight edges. It's easier just to get more ink on it. And I don't know, you can just follow it along the bottom here, get a lot more ink on there, and then work it up, which is looking really good to do it that way. And I'll do it this way. And here and there, I'm going to add just a little bit of rust to my front. I don't want too much because I really like how it looks. Right. So, you see, here y'all, let me show you. This looks really very cute, I think. So, we got this, and this next part is going to go really fast because, like I said, you could put some green foam in here if you want, but I wouldn't myself. I'm not going to. I'm just going to, a lot of times if I want to reuse florals, I'll just pull up this bottom part and fit this in. See how this is already starting to come together. And this one too, this one came on a really, really long stem. I'm keeping my price tags on here because I have people ask me a lot on, you know, what floral did you use or whatnot. So I always make sure that I keep those tabs on there so I can refer back to them a lot of times. I'm just going to push this one in the center, and then I'm going to pull out, okay? See that, guys? And then this, let me see. Figure this out real quick. Let me mess with it just a minute here. And what I like about these leaves is they're kind of bendable, so you can kind of, but I want to make this kind of the feature of the show here. So I've got him right here, and him right there, okay? And then this one, I did go ahead and break off just a couple little branches. So I'll be putting those little sprigs here and there. I need one more at the very tippy top. Let me see. Do this. Yeah. You see that, guys? So I put the one floral in, I put the next one in the center and kind of fluffed it out, and then I used 3 little pieces of this here, here, and over here, and we just stuck them in, right? So what I'm going to do now is I like pine cones, so I'm going to go ahead and stick me just probably 1 pine cone in. Maybe another one up here. You don't have to use pine cones if you're not a pine cone person, but I am. I'm a total pine cone person. So maybe I don't know. Let me look here. I don't think it actually, I think it needs just a big one right here. Like kind of a hole. I'm kind of doing this on the fly, guys, so yeah, that looks cool. So if you are a raffia person, what you could do is you can make you a little raffia bow, but I'm a little different that way. So what I want is just to make a little simple bow, and it's going to go around the very toppy part here. I'm going to just go ahead and add that to the top. And what you could do, and it would be really cute, is go ahead and add a strip of that fabric to the bottom part too, if you wanted to, or you can just leave it rustic. But this is an option, and you guys don't have to do this. But just put a simple little bow here and get it made. I'll turn around. I'm into simplicity, guys, so I will probably go ahead and I don't know if I'll leave that so I can use it in my decorating long like that. But I just want a simple little bow right there. Okay, do you see that? Now, as I was looking at this bouquet, I thought it was kind of cute. And if you're looking to fall and whatnot, is they have these little cute little pumpkins too. I imagine they'll have them this year again at Dollar Tree. Yeah, the Dollar Tree. See, they have these little pumpkins, and they had little clippies on them, which are cool. Now they The little clippies. You can use the clippies or you don't, but they are little burlap. You could actually put some little burlap pumpkins in here, or when you're decorating, just lay these out. So there it is, guys. It's blessed, and as this dries, it's gonna look cuter and cuter, and more of the, do you see how the gray kind of rusties come through? I just love it. So thank you guys, and hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like, follow, and if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe. Bye guys.